There are so many things that remain misunderstood about Invisalign, so many myths. I want to show you something that is not clearly understood by the public and even by some general dentists who do not use Invisalign themselves. This patient has one lower tooth that is sticking out, and you can see there's no room for that tooth to fit in. And so the tendency would be, if we want to line this up, to move the other teeth out to it, because there's no way to push this tooth in. There's no room for it. And we don't want to take teeth out. That's old school. We reserve that for severe crowding. Now, that particular tooth is actually so far forward, it's causing chipping on the edge of this tooth. This is a young patient, but he already has substantial wear on this tooth, and it's only going to get worse. So we need to make things straight, but we want to minimize this tooth coming any further forward. So this is the reason why we need what is called interproximal reduction. Interproximal reduction, no matter how you slice it, excuse the pun, no matter how I call it, it's filing between the teeth. Some people call it reproximation, slenderizing, polishing, but we file between the teeth. But it's a very small amount relative to the width of the tooth. So these teeth are about 6 millimeters wide. These are about 7.5. And we're removing 0.2, and that is split between the two teeth. So in this contact, 0.2 is zero point 0.1 off of each side. But what I want to show you that is not understood. Some dentists even will say, oh, you don't want to file the teeth. You don't want to lose enamel. Yeah, you don't want to lose enamel. But it's not the same as the edges of the teeth on the top, like this chipping. It's in between. But here's the key point. We do interproximal reduction in areas where the contact point is high, away from the gum, and most teeth are not pure rectangles. And so therefore, we're only filing in this thing, the 0.2 millimeters. We're not touching any of this. We're not touching any of this. We're only filing right here. And if you look over here on rounded teeth, we're only filing that point right there. We're not touching any of the rest of this tooth here. So it is really innocuous. And so don't listen to things that you might hear unless you're talking to an expert on this topic. Interproximal reduction, if planned properly, is completely safe and very effective.